Hello and welcome to the Work Hates podcast. I'm Bron Lewis. This is Brady Blake. Everyone has a nightmare work story, whether it's an awful boss, a shitty workplace, or an insufferable colleague. And if you've had none of those things, chances are you're the problem.
You are the problem. Yes. Today we are joined by podcaster, comedian, racehorse owner, and fucking lightning enthusiast.
Oh, okay.
Carly Electric.
That's pretty good.
Because you got hit by lightning, didn't you?
I did.
Yes. When?
I've only read the headline, and I didn't read because I hate reading.
Yes.
But I was like, I want to ask you in person about this story. So you were walking around and you got hit by lightning. Is that what's happening?
Look, because my name is Carly Electric, I think that I just think that, I have this special connection with like electricity or lightning or something.
Yeah.
And stupidly, I just walked outside in a lightning storm. This is Christmas night, 2023. And I just walked out into my backyard, pulled out my phone, as you do.
To take photos of the storm.
Yeah, anyway, I took an epic video. Like I was videoing when it
Struck.
got me.
When it struck. When you videoed it. Oh my gosh.
You got
I
the
have
footage?
to look this up.
Yeah.
And it's like, oh.
Well, no, it's not of me. It's of the sky. But I go, like, it's a big flash. I actually went blind for a couple of seconds in one eye. And I was like, I better go inside. This might be bad. And I ran inside.
Dude, the sky hit you with lightning.
Yeah. So about an hour later, I was in hospital completely paralyzed.
No way.
The only thing I could do was move my eyes. I had like tears coming out of my eyes. I was like, what if I'm a vegetable forever?
Yeah.
I could not move, couldn't do anything. They had no idea what was going on. But now my hairdresser's worked out, like she reckons that I might have an epic lightning scar because...
So it hit you right in the head?
Well, okay. I think if it was a direct bolt, I think I would have been dead.
Yeah, okay.
I think that it came from the pole that was next to me and it's jumped across to my head. But I do have red streaking down my skull. I'm actually Harry Potter and I'm not. Look, I'm good lightning mark. Yeah, so it's pretty crazy.
How long did it take for you to get your body back?
All up, probably about 6 months. My brain was pretty slow. I mean, it's still kind of slow now. But
I would love to be able to blame that on lightning for me. I'm like, yeah, guys, that's why I'm slow. It's the lightning, not the 90,000 beers I had last night.
Yeah, so the thing is, people are like, oh, you're called Carly Electric because you've been struck by lightning. But I've been Carly Electric. That's my childhood nickname. Even when I was in hospital, I had a necklace that said electric. I had a lightning bolt. I've got lightning bolt tattoos all over me. I got one on my butt. And the doctors were like, "What the?
You asked for this?
Yes. What is it called? When you dream of that? I got to remember this word because I keep manifest. I keep saying manifest, and every time I did a party, I'm like, what's that word?
You everything.
There you go. You manifest
everything I've ever done, everything that I've ever gotten. It's just been a stupid idea in my head, and then it comes to life.
Well, you do strike me as Very good.
There we go.
Very cool.
Very cool.
You do strike me as one of those people who has an idea and then just runs with it.
I do.
Very impulsive.
That's how I talked myself into my comedy show.
Yes.
Which I love, by the way, because you were like, I'm doing a comedy show in a month from now. I was like, cool. That sounds so fucking stressful.
Yeah, had you written anything? Had you?
Yeah. I've got a full.
No, but before that month.
From when you said you were doing it to when you did it was like 2 months or something insane. And I was like,
yeah, I know. And it's just because I literally I came up with the idea, messaged the first manager that I saw, comedy manager that I saw on Google, sent them an email, and within a week I had a week full of, Adelaide Fringe dates. So
That's great.
I had to put my shit together. And now I'm a comedian. What?
Yeah.
So in those 2 months, you hadn't written a joke and you said, I think I'm going to do a stand-up comedy show. Because usually for someone to put on comedians, they work months and months and months and months and months to write a show and then they'll put it on. Then you were like, I reckon I can do it in 2 months and I haven't even started. I haven't even done a gig yet. That's right. So wild.
It's just the way I roll. That's the way I do things. I talked my way into getting a week worth of dates in Adelaide just without writing anything, without even thinking it through properly. And I literally, like, my mouth is just like writing checks that I cannot cash. But no, but
you're like, guys, I've got the world's best show. I don't even know what it's called, but I need a week in Adelaide.
Yep.
So it's called Carly Electric. It's called In My Box, or Stories from My... Is it called In My Box?
In My Box.
In My Box.
Yeah.
You've also got a podcast called In My Box.
Yes.
And it's all tales from working as an escort.
Yes.
Right.
Yeah.
And then so even the stand-up show, that is components of that. So they're just like, is it horrific stories, fun stories, or a mixture?
Oh, look, I think people, I did have to change my messaging on my posters a little bit, because I think when people hear high-end escort, they're like, ooh, I'm going to come along and hear stories of me being on yachts and famous people and lots of money being splashed around. No, it's not. It's none of that.
Yeah.
So
a lot of guys with dirty balls. They're the stories.
Thank you.
Yes.
So many.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah. Do you make them go have a shower first?
Fuck yes.
Yeah.
Oh my God. I sometimes make them go wash twice.
Because I'm a big... yeah.
I'm not even kidding.
This is what I
I'd be
love.
like, turn around.
Why are you pointing at me? Well, I'm a very clean man.
You are
Give your bum a little tickle, back in you go.
Because I was driving from New South Wales to Victoria, and then because obviously we got a mutual friend, Shad, and I binge listened your podcast, which is fucking great, by the way.
Thank
but it was
you.
so fascinating. But the one fact, because obviously it's got tales from different all this crazy stuff. But the one fact that stood with me the most is you can only see the amount of men as to towels that are in your hotel room, which I
Correct.
was like, what the fuck? Is that a variable?
Yes.
Because you need clean towels.
Yes.
So you only, like, now when I go to hotel rooms, I count them. And I think I've messaged you going like, dude, this one has 5 fucking towels in it. And that's what I get excited about
For me,
now.
that is jackpot. Fuck, that's a lot of towels.
Because you normally get 2, then you can ask for 1 extra, you're saying on the pod. And I was like,
so then I don't want to take a towel, because that towel would potentially cost me $1,000.
Yes.
Like, that's an expensive fucking towel.
Because and on the pod you're saying you use you mainly use flannels or hand towels or bath mats to clean yourself because you don't want to lose a towel. And out of all the crazy sex stories that were on the podcast, that was the one thing my little brain locked into. I was like, the towels. I've never thought about that.
Do you know what's so funny is this morning, so I checked out of the casino this morning here in Melbourne, and when I was showering, I looked and I was like, oh my God, I can use a towel. And it's just like, it's such a luxury. I'm like, oh my God, yes, I get to use a towel.
Because if you do use a towel, you're like, I've just lost $1,000 client. Fuck.
Yes.
But I don't know why I would, it's those little bits of detail that you never think of that are so intriguing to me. You know what I mean?
It's crazy, like the shit we go through. Like, it's honestly...
As escorts. I love that you think, like, as if we are all understand. We're like, yes, as escorts, we
Yes,
understand.
I can relate. People often want to pay me for sex.
Same.
No, that's never happened. No.
She doesn't move. She's amazing.
Have you tried? You haven't?
I don't think... If you saw me on a website going...
There'd be people into it. There are people into everything.
Yep,
that's what I've come to learn.
Okay. So when did you get into, do we call it sex work? Yeah, that's not escorting, sex work. We're both the same thing. Both the same.
Both
okay, so when did you get into sex work?
When did you get into being a lady of the nights?
Yes, very cool.
I'm a lady of the mid-afternoon. I don't work nights.
Yeah.
I don't work nights. Well, I just decided I was in corporate and I was like... This is depressing as fuck. This is not good.
That doesn't
Work
suit
sucks.
you.
Look, honestly, and especially back then, I was undiagnosed ADHD, and I just could not sit still at my desk. I hated everything. Plus, the kicker, which has kind of been in the news recently, is I was also on Centrelink at the same time, and I got a 14K robo debt.
Oh, robo-debt.
Fuck those guys.
Fuck that robot.
Fucked me so hard. I lost all of my benefits. I was working only a little bit. I was trying to survive. I got through, I think, 2 years of paying back this 14K. And so they just completely cut my payments. And I was like, how the fuck am I going to survive? I lived on like $30 a week for ages.
Oh my God.
It was a rough time. And it got to a point where, so my car, I was, got ready for work, jumped in my car, my battery was done and I needed a new battery for my car and I couldn't afford it. And I needed to go into work that morning, something was on and I was just like, that's it, I'm done. I have no job now. And no more job, no car, no job, robo debt. And I did what a lot of desperate women do who come into this industry. They're like, I'm going to try and sell my body. And you know what? It was fucking great.
Yes.
Well, I was going to say, I was like, it couldn't have been a bad experience if you still have it, you're still doing it now. You know what I mean?
Shit.
You're like,
yeah, so that was like maybe, when was that? That was like maybe 8 years ago.
Okay.
I paid off debts. I had cash. I took myself on a holiday.
Yeah.
I bought a new car. Like,
yeah,
my
yeah,
life
fuck the
just
battery. I'm getting a fucking whole new car.
fucked Centrelink off completely, and I haven't gone back. I haven't looked back. So
That's awesome.
And do you remember if you don't mind me asking, I'm sure you're pretty an open book, but was the first experience a good experience, or was the first experience a bad experience? What is the process? Do you put yourself up on a website?
Yes.
Was it a newspaper? I'm just so interested about the whole business.
because you're looking to get into
He
it?
did.
I'm trying to figure out what I need to do to get fucked. So I'm like, guys, please have sex with me. They're like, no.
I took some horrendous photos of myself.
Oh my
so
gosh.
bad. In my unit, tiny unit, I had just piles of shit everywhere. And so I just wailed.
You're in lingerie, but you got washing in the background.
So I just threw like bed sheets over all of my
Incredible.
stuff.
She's got a fort in the background. Are you sure you're 18? You got a child's fort in the background.
And I just posed in front of these. Anyway, put the photos up online on a website and put my prices up. And I was like, oh, I wonder if, it might take a couple of weeks to have somebody inquire. As soon as it went up, like my phone was going off, and I was like, and then this guy was like, can I see you this afternoon? And I was like, holy shit,
I've got to clean this house.
I don't know if I'm ready for this. Anyway,
my sheets are out.
Went over to this guy's place, and thank God he was an absolute sweetheart. He came across as a fit professional in his 50s. I had a great time. I had no idea what I was doing. I was shaking so much. He handed me the money, and I was like, thank you.
Did you tell him it was your first time doing it?
Fuck no.
Oh my God.
Could he tell though? Because you were like, hey.
Maybe.
Yeah.
But you got to fake it till you make it.
Absolutely.
And I did a lot of faking it.
Yeah. I'm sure you still do.
yeah.
What? No. No.
Never.
No, Bron. Jeez.
And then as soon after that experience, because it sounds like it was a fine experience, you have only nice things to say about him. You were like, okay, this is it. This is it for me. I'm going to do this.
Yes.
So great.
Yes. And
Was it not intimidating going to someone's house though? Because I know when you say now when we've had you have the hotel rooms or whatever, and now was that in hindsight a good idea or a bad idea? Because to me it seems a bit
stranger danger.
it seems a bit
Yeah, I don't provide alcohol now. I don't go to people's places unless I know them and I've already met them. It's a safety thing. I've had some weird shit happen. So
Yes.
No, thank you. Everybody comes to me now. But also it just makes me realize when you're so green coming into the industry and you don't know, to ID check or to get a deposit or do all these things to make sure that you're safe, it could be really dangerous.
So is that what you do?
Fucking
You
oath. You don't know who this
take a photo
person
of
is.
your ID? Or?
No.
Because it kind of ruins the mood.
Yeah, and people don't want to hand over those kind of
ID,
details.
Yeah, it was like in the UK, they wanted the ID. If you would look at Pornhub, you have to give them your driver's license. I'm like, I am not doing that, dude. Yeah, that's a great idea. I'll give you all my information, then look up definitely not weird shit afterwards.
It was, that must have been what you were looking up, Brett. Yeah.
No, it's a blanket rule for everyone.
Okay,
It's
mate.
not just
It's not just
specifically
the-
me. They face scan me. They're like, no. He's going to be looking up some weird shit, dude.
So what I do is now everybody pays me a deposit into my bank account, so I've got their full name and information. So if anything was to go wrong, straight to the police, and the police know exactly who they are, because everybody who messages me is like, hey, my name is John Smith, and I'd like a booking, please.
Yeah.
But once I get the deposit through, I've got all the information that there's a
Paper
money
trail.
trail. Yeah.
And have you ever turned up and gone, no, or they've turned up and you've thought or said straight away, absolutely not, I'll transfer you back the money, this is not for me?
Any wild
I
energies?
can't give back money.
Okay, sorry, just go away.
I have only once actually in Perth. It was my first time to Perth. I'd never been there.
Go Perth. We're full of grubs. Yes, my people. Beautiful.
Oh, look, I do Voodoo there. Voodoo's my favourite strip club.
Oh, the Voodoo Lounge. Yeah, I've been to that one. Yeah, no, sorry, what is that one? I don't know if I'm familiar with that one. I'm very aware of that one.
Perth turned up. Guy had been up for 5 days.
Oh, yeah.
But he looked like he passed all my checks. He paid a deposit. I turned up to the hotel. This is why I stopped doing out calls. I turned up to the hotel and he just looked a little bit sweaty, but he looked, he was in his 50s. He was dressed fine, no problem. And then he starts talking and he pulls out the biggest bag of ice I've ever seen in my entire life.
Perth. That is Perth.
It was like one of those A4
sandwich
bags.
Was it yellow? Because man, the
Yellow?
old speed back in Perth used to be yellow when you got it fresh off the... Yeah.
And so he pulls out his pipe and he's like, do you want some? And I was like, oh my God, if police were to come in right now, I don't want to be a part of this. Okay, look, the warning sign should have been that when I arrived, he'd actually moved all the furniture to the other side of the room.
Good.
So beds,
a dance
coffee
floor.
table.
Just create a dance floor.
Well, I thought...
You need room for activities.
Okay, that's all right. Okay.
He's got a tarp down. You're like, I don't know about this.
Look, that's another story I've got. So I walk in and I'm like, oh, this guy's had a party. There's room to dance. That's literally what I thought because I love a party and I love to dance. Anyway, so I'm like, oh, okay, cool. He's just moved everything out of the way. So there's room for fun.
Yeah.
And then when he pulled out the bag of ice, I was like, you're not okay.
No.
I was like, okay, so how long have you been up for? He's like, I think 5 days. And I was like, oh, shit.
Also, the confidence on this guy that he thinks he's going to get an erection after 5 days on the fucking glass Barbie. Good luck, cunt.
Yeah, not a chance.
No way. He's cooked spaghetti through a keyhole for
also,
sure.
he then started instantly trauma dumping on me, and then he was in tears on the kitchen floor. And I kind of just stood there gripping my handbag with my money in my hand, and I'm like, I got to go.
Yeah.
I gotta go.
And was he upset or he got it? He's like, yeah.
Oh no, he was. I was actually. I should have turned around and walked out straight away, but it took me about 45 minutes to
that's plenty
get
you earned
out
money.
of there.
Yeah, that's...
I had to kind of talk him off the ledge for a little bit, and then I had to send on my way out. I kind of ran to an Uber, but I said to the hotel staff, I'm like, he needs to be checked on. He's not okay.
Yeah, right.
He was full suicidal. So anyway, hope he's doing well.
What a flip. He was having a great night. He's dancing away. He's got a bag of speed. And now he's like...
But this can't be the first person. This must be... I feel like this would be common because I watched on Hacks. There's an episode on Hacks, this great show where she meets this guy at a casino and he is spending all of his money. And she's like, wow, you're and he's losing all of it and he's not even upset. And she's like, what is going on? Anyway, they have this really great night. He's just thrown caution to the wind and she's like, he's crazy. He's so much fun. Oh my gosh. And then they have a night together and in the morning he's like, oh, I've had such a good time. She goes, I'm going to go get coffees. I'll come back. And then she goes to get coffees and then she comes back and he's thrown himself off the balcony. And so that was his farewell tour, where he was like, I'm spending all my money. I'm doing all the things that would be fun.
I never thought of that.
Have
you ever been the farewell tour?
Yeah, because if you're like, I just want to do all the things I've ever wanted to do. I'm bucket list. I would love to spend an afternoon with Carly Electric. I'm going to spend all my last money on her. You must have these vibes. Yes,
it did kind of have that vibe.
And it's only you've only really noticed that just the one time.
Yeah.
Oh wow.
Yeah. I kind of was a bit worried about him because I was like, what if he's actually, because he was ready to go when I left. He was on his way out, and I was kind of like,
do you mean to die?
Yes.
Yeah.
And I was kind of like, fuck. What if he's actually dead? What if? Oh.
Well, you can't do anything about that.
Anyway, I received a really abusive message from him about a week later, so he's fine.
Oh, okay.
Oh, that's beautiful.
He's back on the pipe. He's back on the pipe, everyone. He's okay.
Yeah,
he's back threatening women. Great. That's actually awesome.
Thank heaven. I'm glad that story ended so beautifully.
Yeah.
He really should have just died.
What was he abusive? You talked him off the ledge.
You were there for 45 minutes too long.
He was mad that I took all of the money that he gave me.
But you're there for an hour. You fucking listen to him. What you do in that time is complete. If you want to lie on the floor, have a cry, I've still been here for an hour.
He was asking for his money back.
Oh.
I was like, not a chance.
Yeah, go away.
Also, if I cried in front of another human being on the kitchen floor and wanted to kill myself, I wouldn't be like, actually, can I have that money back? I'd be like, I reckon
you earned that.
Yeah, you earned that. Yeah.
I fucking earned all of that money that night. I earned it all. But anyway,
Yeah.
Look, I feel like all sex workers have heaps of weird and wonderful stories like that. But 95% of the time, everything is just so
chill.
Yes. Yeah. Do you have because I hear from people that sometimes they just want to talk.
Yes.
So like I know that some strippers.
The guy on the floor.
Strippers, I mean, he was an extreme version, but like some strippers or some sex workers that I've spoken to, they've been like, sometimes they just want to just talk to you, and you just sit there, and then they go, "All right, thanks for this," and then you become their friend.
I reckon that would be 10 times worse. I'm like, dude, just fuck me. I don't want to listen to your shit conversation about your shit life.
I'm not even kidding. There are times where I think to myself, holy shit, it's just easier to have sex.
He's sharing about, and you're like, yeah, but that's great, but have you seen these titties? Come on, just fucking, I don't want to talk to you.
Yeah, but I go out for dinners, I get taken out, like I, went to the casino, I was playing poker until like 4 a.m. at the casino the other night.
Cool. That's fun.
That was a booking. So yeah, it's so varied and different, and I get,
Yeah, I forgot, some of it would be just social. Like, because some people are lonely or whatever.
Totally.
But be like, hey, do you want to come out for dinner?
Totally. I get a lot. It's actually, I don't do a lot of, because I don't do late night stuff, I'm not getting the party boys or, and I'm definitely getting a lot of really lonely men. I get
like
a lot
widows.
of incels.
No. You must get some people that you're like, I just want to tell you that you're the worst person I've ever met. But you're like, are you okay, sweetie?
It's actually, I think
incels.
Because do you know what? They're not having sex unpaid, right? And so they do think that they are incels, but everybody's got needs, and so they will save up, and so they will see sex workers.
Yeah.
So even
they're
though
not really an incel, then are they?
But because they're paying for it. And so there are times where I have these moments with guys, and I think it's just a run of the mill, like, we're fun and chatting, and I'm flirty, and you're sucking on my titties, and we're having a great time, and like. It'll be a totally normal, totally fine booking, and then afterwards I'll then start to cop messages or emails from them because just spewing hate on women, and it's like, oh, you're an incel, cool, okay.
Why did they say it to you? You gave them everything they wanted.
You gave them a nice time.
They're just
I'm going to take you down.
Yeah, they're twisted. It's actually pretty full on.
Okay, so you only get a couple of like crazy ones like that, but 90% of the time it's just a nice time.
Yes.
Okay. Well, that's good to know that not all men are pieces of shit.
No.
Oh, she didn't say that.
There are some okay ones. No, there are good ones. They're like, I have a great time. I wouldn't be doing it if I didn't.
Yeah, well, that's right. Yeah. Do you find that the different states, because you travel all around Australia for this job, do you ever go international?
No.
But if you around Australia, do you find like different states? Like, because Perth, I imagine, is very similar to the story.
Okay, well, I just went to Cairns for the first time.
Oh, yeah, Cairns would be a different breed.
Okay, so usually I just go to like Sydney, Melbourne, really. That's, I see primarily corporate accountants. Corporate guys.
Yes.
Accountants love, they're like 80% of my clients are accountants.
That is so funny.
Such nerds.
I think they're like just trying to not be nerds. I think they're trying to like,
well, I think you'd be
do
so bored.
crazy.
You'd want it's like lawyers who get fucking maggot all the time, and accountants like party because like their job is so boring. Like if you had something exciting on the week, like I'm gonna go see a sex worker at the casino with
really
my fucking money
out.
as well. You fucking rats, probably.
But yeah, Cairns. So I went to Cairns for the first time, and I'm not seeing corporate guys out there. I'm not seeing corporate professionals. So I'm
Absolutely not.
I saw an array, and my phone, as soon as I arrived, my phone was just going off. I was getting weird requests. everybody's just a
So
little
how
bit.
do they know you're in Cairns? You make say I'm in Cairns this weekend.
Yeah.
DM me if you would like to
I'm
hang
on,
out.
on some escort pages, but also a lot of people follow my social media, and I'm constantly putting dates up. And so Cairns was kooky. It was real
Couple
kooky.
of croc hunters in there.
So many like fart requests.
What?
Yes.
What do you mean?
As in
Please
like,
explain
dude.
it.
No,
Okay.
as in like, dude, can you rip one down the line? I got the boys around. Because I'm in a group chat where we share farts, but I don't think it's the
You could be making money off this. I could be collecting your
Dude,
farts and selling them.
Man,
Yes.
I'll tell. There's Mike Goldstein rips out some. He did one that made me vomit. It was on the voice record, and I listened to it, and I went, blah. That's how bad it was. Anyway, but I'll send them. I'll forward them to you. So
exactly.
guys want you to fart on them?
Yeah, tell me, what's this mean?
Well, I have no idea. I don't know. Is it like a Cairns thing? I don't know. I have no idea. But see, this is the premise of my comedy show because it's in my box. So in my box is essentially like I publish my inbox and weird messages or text messages that I get sent or just weird stuff that I get sent because I'm being sent weird stuff 24/7. And so the fart one was a new one. And for some reason, I messaged one fart guy back and I was like,
what? There's more than one?
Okay. He goes, I replied to him, are you messaging me from multiple numbers? And he's like, no. And he was like, is there another fart guy? And I was like, oh my God, there's two of them.
You guys should meet up.
Fuck. The fart guys get together.
Yeah.
That's
put him in. Hey, look, this is very random, but there's another fart guy.
I found someone for you. Yes.
Yeah.
So
It's actually
what's
his brother.
the request? Can you? Is that something we're happy to share? What's their request with the farts?
Just that they have a fart fetish.
And you
I don't
fart
know.
on them.
You
have to fart on
I
them.
don't reply. Like,
You don't reply. I don't have a fart ready to go.
I don't have one in the fucking barrel. You know what I mean? Like I don't want to eat chickpeas.
Well, I made the mistake of joking about it online. On my Instagram, I put that, screenshot up and I was like, off to eat cabbage and beans. See you later. Like having a joke. And I think that was just a green light for all the fart dudes on my socials. Because they were like,
dude, it opened the floodgate for the farting guys.
Yes. And so then I just got more requests for farts. And I'm like,
no.
You're now the fart person.
no.
I'm not being the fart guy.
She's not going to do it. You must,
Dude, I'll fucking do it. $100, I'll fart on you. Maybe 200 with my pants on.
I think that one of those things would be funny. Like it's funny with your friends, but if someone's getting off on it, it's not funny.
It's like if you rip a fart on a mate while he's on the couch, funny. But yeah, if someone's like got a stiffy afterwards, you're like, dude, what the fuck? I did not see that coming.
Okay, this is what I find. I feel like mundane requests that are a kink or fetish, I find the weirdest. I anticipate that people are into like, I don't know, double fisting or like,
that was a big jump for Brad. Double fisting.
Or
even
weird.
just single fisting is okay.
Holy hell.
But I anticipate.
Just the stock standard stuff.
I anticipate that I'm going to have people who are just, into crazy sexual things, but it's the things that are mundane. Like I had a guy ask to paint my fingernails.
Oh, that's nice.
Yeah, but he is finding that that's a sexual
less nice.
thing for him. And so that for me, that is what I find
weird.
Yeah.
So it's just like
I'm fine with the double fisting, but dude,
like
fuck off with my nails.
How do you get into farts? Like how are you like,
what
oh my
happened?
God, I'm like sexually into farts.
This is what I want to know. It's like, what happened? Did a teacher used to like hate him or something when he was in year 4 and just fart in his face? And then he's like, that's a thing, you know what I mean?
Oh my God, I did ask. Wait, no, I did reply to one of them and I was like, please tell me how. How did you get here?
Yeah.
What happened?
How?
Like,
what
I
did he
need to
say?
know. He didn't reply.
Oh my God, it's a mystery. We have to know. If
Guys,
you're into
please
farts,
call in. We really need to solve this.
You must get a lot of foot stuff. That's one that I don't understand, but I imagine.
Well, not with your feet.
No,
You broke 2 of them in a row.
You know too much. I send him my. He talks about how my feet are so bung. Like my feet are not good.
I was
Why?
joking
Did you
around
used to
being a
be like
foot
a
model or some
ballerina?
shit.
No. You were joking that you were going to start on OnlyFans.
Oh, yeah.
Oh, with
And
your
then-
little feet.
With my disgust,
Yes.
because I've only got 9.5 toes. Yeah.
Okay, this is where it started.
Yeah,
and then we
that's where it
started
started.
sending each other our fucked feet. And like I've had surgery. I was in 2 moon boots for like, a lot of this year.
Were you a ballerina? Why?
Yes, I'm a ballerina. No. What? No, I'm
feet
just
so fucked?
clumsy and weird.
Oh, okay. You got struck by lightning. Maybe
Yeah,
that's
you got
what
struck
happened.
by lightning and then you stepped out of a car, broke an ankle, and then a week later you broke the other foot.
Okay, I'm blaming Shad for this one because I went to see his show. I went to see Shad and Pete in Brisbane, and I literally got out of the car. I had one moon boot on because that one was fucked from coming off a motorbike, and then the other
motorbike, that's right.
the other one, I just hopped like one hop, boom. Hectic. I did my Liz Frank and I needed surgery and I was in a wheelchair and like moon boots for like most of this year, and I've only just started like
That must have affected business.
yeah.
I actually said that to you. I was like, is this actually going to affect me? I don't think it would. It would guys be like, yeah, I don't give a fuck. Get a moon boot on.
I couldn't work at all, so I had to. I didn't work for like nearly 3 months.
Because there's going to be some guy with a crutches fetish or
Oh,
a wheelchair
yeah.
fetish or something, and you're like,
Yeah,
hey
for
guys,
sure.
limited time only, 2 weeks, I'm in a chair.
I can
Yeah.
still fart in this.
I can still fart in this chair. I can fucking rip one out, dude.
Oh yeah, no, I couldn't work. My OnlyFans was popping there for a bit, like, but I was just lucky that my article came out worldwide about me being struck by lightning.
Oh, yes.
and so that made worldwide news. I was in Albania, like every fucking country covered me getting struck by lightning, and then of course my OnlyFans, because of that,
Yep.
went nuts just for 1 month. Just for 1 month, but it was enough to like kind of get me through the time.
Okay.
Yeah.
So OnlyFans, I heard there's heaps of money in that. I heard that some comedians go on OnlyFans and they just put up their comedy clips.
Yeah, there was
Did they do that? I didn't know that you
They
were.
were OnlyFans were kind of trying to rebrand for a while, and they were paying comics to put their special up on there.
Did you do it, Brett?
Yeah, right.
No, they did, if they paid me, I fucking would have.
No, I would have.
Yeah.
I'll do
right.
anything for cash. I'll fucking fart on you. I don't give a shit.
You've said that heaps. Of
I know
times.
maybe it's my
really
thing.
onto it now.
Yeah, I'm like, dude, it's my thing. It's the only thing in that world I'd be like, you know what? I think I can nail that.
Yeah. So
Anything else, like,
So we always ask people what their worst ever job was. What is your? I'm going to ask you two. There's going to be 2 parts to this. What is the worst ever job you've had, and what is the worst client you've ever had? If you're happy to share, isn't the Perth guy. So, and it could be the same thing. It could be the same answer.
I started off, so I just, I was a designer forever, like graphic designer,
yeah.
web design. I was a print magazine designer until that started dying out. And so I worked in corporate, and I got this really big job, and it was so much money, and I was getting paid like nearly 2K a week, and I was like, holy shit, this is a lot of money. Like, this is fucking awesome. I was like a digital media strategist for a big company.
Okay. Oh wow.
A lot of men in suits. And so essentially imagine young Carly Electric going in there being like, hey, you need to do this, and this to be up to date with all the young people. So, you know, people can find you on social media. And this company had been run the same way forever. Massive board of, you know, 65 plus year old men in suits who had worked there forever. And here's me. They got me on for me to tell them what to do. So I'm telling them what they need to do for their business.
Yep.
And of course they're all pushing back, being like, we don't need to do that.
Oh,
That's
they
going to
wouldn't have
cost us too
listened
much
to you
money.
at
No, we
all.
don't think that needs... I would sit at my desk and cry every day. It was horrific. But then there were also men there who, half of them were just trying to pick me up.
Ew.
And then the other half would just berate me and try and make me cry. And of course
fucking
I would
Mad Men
cry.
or some shit.
It was it was so
Yeah.
it was the worst. It was so bad. I like rethought my whole existence at that place. And so yeah, I was like,
I think
see you
young pretty
fucking
girls. I
later.
think everyone's like, oh no, she's fine. But you could. There was this young. I used to work at this TV channel, and there was a young, like pretty girl, like so beautiful, but like she would have been. She looked like she was about 19. So and everyone else is kind of just these sloppy. There's old people there. There's people in the industry. Like heaps of judgy people that were working there, and she came in this bright-eyed, bushy tail, like knew that she was beautiful, so she dressed like she wasn't flashy. She was just stunning, like really striking, and people would talk about her, the way she looked, and also like undermine what she knew. In earshot, like within her earshot, you're like, she can hear you. Like, what do you do? And it'll go, oh God, look what she's wearing today. It's like, she can what she's wearing has absolutely nothing to do with all people go, how long's she been here? She can hear you. Don't talk
She's
about
right
her like
fucking
that.
there, dude.
So I feel like young pretty girls, I think that they're like, oh, she's fine. She was never bullied at school. She's okay. She's all right. And obviously she doesn't know anything because she's beautiful. It's like, oh, I reckon you could probably treat her like a human. So I reckon you would have received a very similar thing of people talking about you, and you're like, I can hear you.
But then there would always be the guys there who were high up who were like trying to save me all the time. Like, ignore that person. Don't worry, I've got you. But then also like start sending me like DMs or like always like touch me.
I'm surprised
you
that
know,
guy's
like,
a dick, but I'm not.
Yes. Yes. You know, let's all go out for drinks. And then like, you know, everybody goes out for drinks, or it's only just me because I realized that nobody else is fucking coming.
Oh my God.
Yeah.
He's tricked you.
I
mean, I didn't invite anyone, so it's just us, and it's a candlelit dinner.
There was no way, like, how the hell do you get ahead in a place like that? Like, anyway,
so
but the
gross.
thing is now that I see so many corporate men and, you know, really high up, like, you know, men who run multi-million dollar companies are my clients, and I don't know, does bring me a little bit of joy taking their money.
Oh, good. Yeah, absolutely. That's mine. That is mine.
It just kind of made me happy because I'm now on the other side of it, and I now like,
You're in the position of power.
Yeah, that would be good. I remember when I was at the Gold Coast, I worked at this cafe, and there was like a bunch of men who come out of this one office, corporate guys, come out of this office, and they would always, I was like the butt of their joke. I was 18 or 19 and I was just the butt of their joke. They'd always be like flirty and gross. And one guy was like, it had to be in his 50s. It was my birthday one day. And because I was 18 or 19, I was excited about this birthday. And I'd said the week before, it's my birthday next week because, again, a teenager, how embarrassing. And the guys were like, oh, what are you doing? Are you going out? Which club? We'll come. Ha ha. And I would just be like, ha 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 ha. Men are just like this. This is normal. It's fine. Even though I was really uncomfortable with the way that they were all looking at me. And then on my birthday, one came over and gave me 2 cards. And I was like, I just assumed they were from 2 different people. And I opened up one and it was like, to Bron's right tit. Happy birthday, whatever. And the other card said, to Bron's left tit. Happy birthday.
Dude,
and
men rule. What can I say?
I was like, oh my God, I'm 19 and you're 60. I was like, and I had to be like, ha, 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 ha. And then they were all laughing at me. I'd never
You forgot my fudger. Didn't get a mention. Didn't get a mention.
Never felt more naked.
Someone premeditated. Someone thought that was a good idea.
Yeah, they all knew what it said and they all watched me open it up.
But even, like, I'm fucking 38. Even talking to a 19-year-old, you kind of feel a bit, not gross, but you're like, yeah, she's very much young. You know what I mean? You're like, and then just do something sexual as well. You're like, fuck
because
no, dude. You end up in jail.
That don't give a fuck.
Yeah. So I think because I had to be like, ha, 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 because I still worked there and I had to do my job. I know now I should have been like, fuck off, you disgusting old man. But it must be so nice for you to be in position of power with these turds being like, I can humiliate you and I can also leave and take all your money.
But it's actually so surprising now, knowing what I know, is there are so many CEOs and people, like guys in power, who are really submissive. And, you know, they like to be dominated or they're cucks and they like to sit in the cuck chair and, you know, like.
Right. Hell yeah.
Yeah.
Yes, at the cuck chair. Okay, incredible.
Every hotel room
has a chair.
Has a cuck chair.
Okay. Oh, yeah.
And I am, man, people are like going.
You've got one there.
Yeah. That's actually my normal chair. It's my smoking chair. Okay. Brett's cuck chair. But someone came into my hotel room once and they're like, why did you have a towel over the thing? I was like, dude, someone has been bare ass jacking on that cuck chair for sure. 100%.
I stayed at Crown Towers a couple of nights ago in like the most swankiest room I've ever seen in my entire life. Like, I actually can't believe it was like the size of a house, right? In this massive bathroom, which is literally like the size of this whole place. I'm not even kidding. The bathroom has this massive spa bath that has all mirrors, a stripper pole.
Oh my God.
Oh,
and
hell
then
yeah.
it had a cuck chair and a table. Like right there at the bar. It was insane.
Whoa.
Cuck chair. stripper
Yeah.
pole.
Also, like you'd hope that they're using all their bleach every time someone
They're not.
Right, we're needing everyone
No,
to
they're
come
not.
in here.
They're not.
They're not. They're not even wiping that
They're
pole
not.
down. They don't give a fucking shit, dude.
So, what's the worst client you've ever had? Because that job sounds awful. But only whatever you're comfortable saying.
I think worst client. I don't really. Do I even have bad clients?
See, that's
That's
amazing.
good.
That's wonderful to hear. I'm so thrilled that you weren't like, where do I start? They're all disgusting, which is probably something I'd say.
Okay. So I'm of the mindset that the grosser they are,
Yes.
the more they need me.
Okay.
So I actually get no joy from seeing attractive,
Okay.
married men who think they're killing it.
Yeah.
And, I'm just like, whatever to them, like they don't give a fuck. When I see somebody who is, they haven't touched a woman in 10 years and they've been saving up their money, or, they're not attractive, or, like those people to me are the people who need me the most. And so, when I do some background checks, sometimes it'll say like really ugly, or like,
this is their own bio.
No. It's just some of the background checks that we can do.
Oh, okay.
And
really
so,
ugly.
yeah, or like, really
brutal.
unattractive, or, and to me, I'm not going to not see somebody because of that. I see everyone pretty much.
Yeah, I like that on your there was a bit on your podcast which I liked, because you said you're not attracted to like stereotypical things. You're attracted to the person.
Yeah.
Which is there's a fucking word for that. I can't remember, pansexual
Yeah.
or whatever. And I was like, oh, that's very interesting, because you're like, I don't really care about different types of clients or how they appear. I just care about the person. And I was like, oh, that would be such a good thing to have in your field, because you can just look past the physical.
Yeah, there are times where I'll jump into the car, like if I've seen somebody, and I'll have a bit of a cry, because I'm just like so overwhelmed with, taking on how lonely they are, or like, I fucking feel for them.
Oh,
Yeah.
Then you're in the perfect job.
I
like,
feel for them. I really do. So, I mean, I do make jokes that I'm a frontline worker, because, there are definitely times where I feel like I am. There's a lot of really lonely men out there. And it's the kind of loneliness that, I mean, there have been times where I've been at home for like, a couple of days. And I'm like, oh, I'm lonely. No, you can't comprehend the kind of loneliness that people experience. Like, I'm sure that women are lonely too, but I know that women, have friends or talk to family, whereas men can sometimes be really isolated, and all they do is work, and then they go home and they don't talk to anybody, they don't date, they don't see anyone, nothing. And so then that's where I come in, and, it can be really emotional. But
I was going to say, it'd be a fucking, like, not only like, the physical stuff, but there would be an emotional toll as well. Imagine dealing with 4 people or 3 people in a day, 3 different personalities.
Yeah.
And you're not just, it's not just a sexual thing. You're also fucking navigating 4 different, it'd be exhausted. By the end of it, you'd be exhausted mentally as well.
Yes. Okay. You've completely nailed that. Like, dickheads online will be like, oh, she's getting run through. No, not at all. Like, the amount of sex that I'm having is actually so minimal, but I am so emotionally drained. So if I do see 3 or 4 guys in one day, by the end of the day, I am like, my brain is just gone, like so fried. So I have to do a lot of self-care of me. I'm here today just like at the end of, Newcastle, Sydney, Melbourne, and off the back of a tour. And so, I do feel like quite mentally drained.
Do you take time for yourself? Like when you get back home, have a couple of days and just like, I just can't talk to anyone?
Yeah.
Phone's off by.
Yeah. I chill. But I like being able to give that to people. And, there are a lot of women in this industry who refuse to give themselves to people, and they're kind of like robotic, and that's their choice, that's what they do, but this is a service that I provide. And so that's why the clients that I get are all primarily looking for somebody to cuddle and talk to.
Oh.
I
And you
know,
are
it
very
sounds so
warm.
wholesome.
Yeah, it really
does.
sounds nice.
It sounds so wholesome.
Brett's just trying to find a way to get into this industry. I can tell.
I can hug and fart. Come on, guys. I'm a hugger.
There'd be men into that.
There will
There'd
be.
be
There'd be guys.
I didn't say I was seeing men, all right? Unless a big jump for Brett, all right?
I enjoy that you think that there's women who would want that.
No, that's what I'm saying. I'll get
There's
no
definitely
fucking...
men though.
There's none. You are very naturally magnetic. You are, and you're like eternally optimistic. It couldn't you are perfect for this job where you can read. I imagine you're really good at reading a room, which means that you would be really good at comedy. Like going in and being like, what is this audience? In comedy, you have to be really good at reading a room. There's some comedians who are good in some rooms and dreadful in other rooms because they can't tell the difference between them. They're like, it's an audience. An audience is an audience.
Yes.
But you need to kind of look at an audience and be like, okay, you're a bit older and the time of day is this and I'm the last one on the line or I'm the first one on the lineup or you were expecting this and I'm here. I imagine all your experience of sex work, being able to read one bloke and being like, I know that you need me to do this right now. You must be perfect at comedy for this reason.
Look, I don't know that I'm perfect.
No, at reading a room.
Okay.
So good.
There are definitely, look, it's something that I'm learning.
Yeah.
I feel like I've never done public speaking before. Like going and doing comedy in front of a crowd. Like I'd never spoken in front of a crowd before. I was like, how do I hold a microphone? Like I was freaking. I was talking to you beforehand. I was just like, what do I do with my hands? Like
Yeah.
And it's so funny. Like my Adelaide Fringe shows, and bless them, one of my crowds was like 70 plus.
Oh.
Like women, men, 70 plus. It's like this, it was the seniors night out or something.
That's great.
Insane. And I'm like, do you guys know what I'm going to talk about? Like, are you aware? Like, this is going to get hectic.
It's going to get
like,
fucking
it was actually
crazy.
Okay, so I said the word DM, about the DMs that I get. And a lady in the back is just like raises her hand. And I'm like, yes, sorry, lady.
God, wait till we get to talking about Blumpkins. Fucking hell, she doesn't even know what a DM.
Lady in the back, I'm like, hello. Yes? And she's just like, what's a DM? And I was like, oh, fuck. I was like, okay. And I explained it. And then I was like, do I need to explain escorting to anybody? Like,
yeah, the blokes
do you
in the
all
room.
understand?
No.
No.
You guys get sex work? Like, holy shit! What else do I have to explain?
Because when I saw the show posters are up and you're obviously doing a comedy, you're talking about all the stuff in your work in industry. In my mind, there would be so many wives who are like it would give men who've seen you a fucking panic attack. Number one, you're like, oh no, she's fucking now got a podcast. Okay,
what's she talking about?
Yeah, please don't mention
DMs?
me. And then so many like wives, I would think, and it's just a fun imagination. They rock up with their husband, like going like, is he familiar? Is he? I don't fucking know it, dude. I don't fucking know anything. Really, that does look like him. Yeah.
Do you know what?
Eye contact.
You haven't seen my show, have you?
No.
See,
I want to see it
you've
so
actually
badly.
just like that's actually what part of my show.
Oh, really?
I know all of you.
I'm just like, guys, like, girls, like, if your man brought you here tonight, like,
I've seen him. I know what his dick looks like.
He's probably on my OnlyFans. And I'm like, no.
If this was your partner's idea, he definitely has OnlyFans.
But what do your audiences look like? I know you had an old one, but what are they generally?
A lot of women, which is I find really surprising. The other thing with my podcast too is that I have a lot of women listen, and I love that. I absolutely love that. I love that women come to my shows, obviously because I know that as an outsider, it is quite fascinating.
Yes,
so fascinating.
Fascinating world to be in, and I get that, even though it's just my regular everyday life. So yeah, a lot of women, a lot of older people. Not people. Kind of what, groups
70s.
of women,
Wow.
like older, like
kind
of like
it is interesting.
I don't know, grandma vibes come,
Wow.
and I don't know if they're having a good time or they're freaking out. I have no idea, but
that's what when I listened to the podcast, I was like, "Fuck, I'm so curious about this world because it's not a world I know much about." But I was
must get to ask the same questions a lot. I reckon I've asked you every single question I've had. You're like, "Fuck, is she gonna ask this one?"
No. I actually have a lot of clients come to my shows.
Yeah.
what's that like? Is it like, "Hey, Steve," or is it like, Oh, hey,
pretend.
we've never met before.
Hello, stranger.
Hello. I definitely do not know you. Wink.
Yeah. It's definitely like that. Usually they just...
You need to get out?
Yeah,
Get
get
it.
it.
That's fine.
I didn't realise that I had it.
It is fun. I haven't heard a ringtone like that since 2004.
My mum somehow has got that one. It's like, I've got a feeling. Ooh. I'm like, Mum, you downloaded that 10 years ago. How is it on your fucking iPhone?
My message tone on my iPhone is dun dun, like from Law and Order.
Law and Order. Yeah.
SVU, very cool.
What was I saying?
So we ask you a lot of, everyone's curious about it. A lot of people, you get in your show a lot of groups of older people.
Or people you've seen.
Yeah.
I think from a woman's point of view, this is I think it's fascinating because usually we are seen as like the weaker gender and the person who is like, the sex is done to us and we are just kind of have to be like, we don't want it, and they're always pushing back when it's not something we really enjoy. I guess we have to do it at some time, and men are just like constantly scouting for it. So when you see a woman who's completely empowered by her sexuality and is in total control and so comfortable with it, like you aren't usually, like you expect people who are escorts or strippers or anything in the sex industry to be kind of ashamed by it or to be like to hide it or to have, you know, some kind like, you know, like I can do it, but I'll be on your podcast, but can you like not show my face or I won't, or whatever, and don't say all these things about me. You're such an open book, and it's truly like, it's so fascinating, and it's really like, it's really inspiring to see someone so comfortable with it. So I think there's lots of women coming along to be like, is this what it would be like if I was this comfortable with my sexuality? I'm not saying that there's lots of women who are desperate to go into escort, but there's lots of women who are like, we're taught from a really young age as young girls, it's like our sexuality is, it's not right, and it should be like held sacred. That's why so many men are like so excited about virgins, and so we have to like protect it, and then forever it's kind of like we're at this risk of it's just being stolen from us all of the time, not just our virginity but just our you know, our power is and so for you to be completely in power, it's like really awesome to see. So I understand why there's lots of women coming to your show. It's really cool.
Firstly, when I need a pep talk on a Monday, I'm coming straight to you.
No, it's like I truly believe that. Like I think like it's so cool to see. Like I was like, is there anything you don't want to talk about? And you were like, no, it's fine. It's great. I'm an open book. And I'm like, that is awesome. Like it's really awesome.
I love how you did this beautiful speech just then, Bronnie, and my question before was like, I'd do farts. Really sums us up. I'd do farts and beans. Thank you. And you're like women empowering. I love your sexual energy. And I was like, I've never felt dumber on a podcast in my life.
No, don't be silly. But can you relate? Like, can you see women are like this?
And there are so many, and I do get a lot of messages from women who come to my show or listen to the podcast, and you know, they say similar things, and I give a lot of advice. Or I think it's fantastic that women are engaging and aren't completely grossed out by it, but I think it's just a fascinating thing. I did actually have in Adelaide, when I was doing my shows, I see a lot of couples. Yeah. And so a lot of couples book me, and then, you know, I'm like seeing a couple, we're all getting freaky at like 2:00 in the afternoon, and then afterwards we're getting dressed and they're like, we're coming to your show tonight. And I'm like, oh, great, perfect, awesome. I should do like a package deal or something.
Oh man, yeah, that's actually good. But also you're like, I'm still new at comedy, so I killed today at 2, but tonight's show could go either way. I don't want to be judged, yeah? You're like, I'm still figuring it out. It's a work in progress. You're like...
Yeah. And so are you enjoying comedy?
I think it's so fun and like it's just silly. Like I get to be up there and just be my normal silly self, and I actually just watched back like a few of my shows back to back. I was just like, I got to do it. Like, I need to watch it.
It's part of the process, because as soon as you hate it, then you fix it.
Well,
no one likes it.
I think because maybe just, you know, nerves and settling into comedy or whatever, and, you know, just talking in front of a crowd, listening to it all back and watching it, there were moments where I'm like laughing. I was like, this is epic. But at the time, because I'm just up there doing my thing, I'm not exactly hearing everybody losing it laughing, or, you know, somebody said something fun. Like it just, because in my show, there's a section of the show that has a lot of crowd participation.
Okay.
And so, you know, people are hilarious and just make the show so fun. So I've been really loving it. And I'm so excited because I'm about to kick off in, a couple of weeks' time, just like, God, all around Australia. And
Great.
I'm smashing out so many shows.
Good. Okay.
And I'm so excited. I'm just so excited to get out there and do it.
And you're going
just
all
talk
around
shit.
Australia?
Yeah.
That's so cool. That's great. And then and it's the same show that you did in Adelaide.
Yeah.
But obviously you've changed it a little bit because that show's evolve. Well, are you going to take it to the Melbourne International Comedy Festival?
Yes.
Oh, great. So I'll definitely.
Yeah. So I'm doing Melbourne Fringe.
I think I'm in
doing
this show.
I'm doing 12 days straight in October. And then, we'll
great.
be back.
We'll go to that.
We'll be back. Yeah.
In October. So Melbourne Fringe in October, and then you're going all around Australia. And then whilst you're doing that, are you also, because you call it your stand-up tour, and you've also got your lay-down tour.
Yes.
So you're doing those at the same time.
I love that. I love that.
They go hand in hand.
Oh, that's
so
great.
I do kind of both at the same time.
Wow, busy woman.
It's fucking exhausting. There's so much.
It's crazy. It's crazy. But you know what? I'd have to say there is so many similarities between being a comedian and being an escort.
Yeah, okay.
Like,
talk us through
the
that.
similarities are nuts.
Yeah, I can see a lot of similarities.
Can you, Freddie? What can you see?
What can I see? Well, no. Well, I'm used to getting fucked quite a fair bit by certain people. No.
So do you think, is it because you have to make sure that everyone, like you have to keep checking the temperature, making sure everyone's okay?
Okay, the marketing.
Oh, yes.
Okay.
The self-promotion.
Yep.
Yeah, that's hell.
You're trying to, you're pushing these dates. You're trying to get people to sell tickets. You know, do you even try anymore? I don't know.
Have you given up, Brett?
I've given up.
don't even.
Please don't come to my show anymore, guys. Do I even try anymore?
That was
no.
brutal. That was my
No.
favourite thing that's ever happened. Do you even try?
I think Carly was trying to imply that I sell out everywhere.
Oh, is that
Maybe?
right?
Yes.
Thank you. Let's go with that.
Yeah. But like, okay, so the thing is, I'm only new. And so I'm hustling hard to try and get people to part with $30.
Yeah.
Like really hard.
Oh, yes.
Like it's easier for me to get somebody to part with $1,000 for an hour than it is $30 for an hour to come to my show.
Yeah.
It's very humbling. Very humbling.
Yes, it is absolutely humbling.
Yeah, I'm loving that you're having the same experiences. I was like, please come to the show for fuck's sake.
Yeah.
I just want to fucking. Oh my god.
But I have come to learn that that's what all comedians are like. You're just
true.
fucking come to my show.
Yeah, I think in
Please.
comedy, like like you don't know where the money is. Like you could do, and it doesn't make sense. So I guess in sex work, you'd be like, this is to do this, it's this much. To do this, it's this much. And you'd have a tier, and you understand the pricing system. In comedy, you could do a gig that is so hard, and you've driven an hour and a half to it, and you'll get paid $300, and it actually has chipped away at your self-worth immeasurably.
That was like me flying to Newcastle the other day. Like, turn up to Newey. My client's cancelled. It's cost me a fuckload to be there. I'm in a hotel room. I can't really get any more clients because nobody's inquiring.
What?
Cost me so much money. I made enough to like cover back like a small portion.
Because I forget about that as well. Because sometimes you may go on tour and may not make money.
Yeah.
I forget that that's a thing.
Definitely
Surely
happens.
they still have to pay if they've cancelled. That's annoying. Well, I mean, I guess what do you do? Call police? I don't know. But then, in the other side in comedy, you can go do an ad that will take, it's just 2 streets away from your house. Could take an hour, and you could get paid $40,000 for it, something like that. So comedy, you just actually never know where the money is, and it also doesn't make sense.
That's my bank account. I'm rich. I'm poor. I'm back to being poor
that
again.
is me.
I'm fucking loaded. I've got the most amount of money in the world.
Yes.
Everyone can suck my dick. Can I borrow $5, please? I'm broke again.
Yes, that's honestly me. Like, it's just, it's crazy.
Yeah.
Like, sometimes I'm like, this is the richest I've ever been. This is insane. I actually can't believe how much money I've got right now. But then the next couple of tours will just, I don't know. I've already had sex with everybody, and that's why I've got all that money. I've finished everyone.
God, I fucked everyone in Australia. That's on me.
Yeah, and so
Do you get a lot of you must have a lot of regulars.
I've had regulars. I've had some clients for 8 years.
Oh wow! Okay,
the whole time.
And so this Newcastle one, you'll never see him again. Obviously, how dare you cancel?
No. He did see one, and he's lovely, but everybody else fucking cancelled and like
Cancelled. Oh my God. Maybe he got struck by lightning. Oh, he is hoping.
I don't know.
He
Anyway.
is hoping.
Get it together, Newcastle, for fuck's sake, all right?
So have you had any gigs in comedy that you've really not enjoyed? Like you've been like, oh, that was my worst one? Because I know you're new, but surely you've had one that you've hated.
Yeah, my very first one wasn't even that long ago. It was only at the start of the year at Good Chat in Brisbane.
Yes.
And I was almost hyperventilating. Like I was not okay. But the thing is, I talked to people who were at that show. So, this is so funny. The crowd at that show was literally so many porn stars. Like Australia's biggest porn stars were there.
Right.
Australia's biggest escorts were there.
Why? Because they're your friends?
Yeah.
Okay.
Everybody just came to support me because
That's so nice.
That's nice.
this is, pretty weird. And
The guys at Good Chat behind the bar were like, what is
there
going
were,
on
yeah,
here?
Sitting down.
There were strippers there. There were like some really big, like
Honeybees was closed down that night.
Look, I did go to Kittens next door. Okay, so
It's on the same block. Why wouldn't you?
Yeah, so close. Anyway, and then there were my family,
Okay.
my friends. So yeah, like here's the sex workers, and then just like men who just like can't afford me.
Oh, yeah.
So
yeah.
I can afford $30 of her.
yeah,
That's it.
yeah.
That's a handshake. I'm touching.
It was a wild time. I had a full out of body experience. I made the mistake of having like
20
I
drinks.
don't know, like I think I'd had like 4 or 5 mugs just prior to the show. And when I got up on stage, I was no longer in my body.
Yeah.
I was not in control of the situation. It's like the show was happening to me.
Sure, I know
I was
exactly
being
what you
fucked.
mean. Yeah.
I was being raw dogged on stage.
Oh, no.
But the thing is, because there is crowd participation and because I didn't know how to control a crowd,
Yes.
the crowd participation was just
Out of control.
and I could not regain control. There were people in the crowd who it's almost like it was their comedy night.
Yeah,
and I was
right.
just
Watching.
I was just there watching. But when I talk to people, because I'm so hard on myself about it, I cried for like 6 hours after. Like I was not okay. I was like,
At the strip club crying.
wouldn't be the
Brett's
first
done
time.
Wouldn't be my first time either. She's so beautiful.
Yeah, and afterwards I was kind of like, is comedy for me? Oh no,
Yeah.
I've already got like Adelaide fully booked and advertised, and
fuck.
I'm just like, maybe this isn't for me. Like
Oh
maybe
my God,
I
that's
can't do
stressful.
this. And I don't know what happened, but I just had like this epiphany. I changed heaps of the show before the second show the next night. Got out there, dominated
Yeah.
the crowd, and yeah, I wasn't anybody's little bitch, but I definitely was a little bitch on the first night.
The
and
first
it was,
one, if you, it's kind of like, because it is doing your first gig. Number one is so fucking hard, but then your first gig is a full hour, so that it's a
was
it's a
it an
fucking
entire
it's a
hour?
huge, and you've never crowd worked. You've never, you know what I mean? Like you've
I can't remember to say things like
Yeah.
to write a whole show and memorize that whole show. I remember beforehand I was like, how do I remember everything? Like
Yeah,
I'm
an
freaking
hour.
out to you. I'm like, and you're sending me these voice memos just being like, just breathe, you'll be fine. Like,
Did you have a little set list on stage with you? Like
oh,
dot
I had
points?
6 pages.
Oh, thank God.
I was like, and then they were getting all muddled up, and it was horrific. It was so bad.
It would have been, though, if everyone knew that was your first gig, it would have, I'm sure
would have been great
they
fun.
would have actually would have been
okay,
adorable.
So this is what Shad says. Shad said to me, and this did actually help me. He goes, if you're shit, it's okay because you've got really good content.
Oh, absolutely, yeah.
And what you've got in the show, like everything is great. So if you tank, the show will still be entertaining and
Yeah.
good. And I
That's
was
really
like,
good advice.
okay, cool. Okay, perfect.
So it's already good before,
Yeah.
you've tried.
Yeah, and I talk to people now, like, they'll be like, oh, I went to your first show. And I'm like, oh, shit, commiserations. Like, are you okay? Like, how was it for you? And they're like, it was so good. It was so
Yes.
funny. And I'm like, oh, okay.
Yeah.
Well, it's funnier now.
Yeah. Come again.
Now
You'll
that
see.
I'm not like,
You've officially turned into a comedian. You're like, it's actually better now, so come back.
my God.
I figured it out, so fuck
say
you.
that.
yeah,
every
I know what
Yeah.
I'm saying now. Oh.
We got to love you and leave you there, Carly. Where can people find you? You're doing
Yeah.
an Australia-wide tour. What's the show called?
Stand up
on the
and
socials.
lay down.
Yeah, so stand up and lay down tour.
Amazing.
They're very different. My comedy.
One's cheaper than the other.
Yeah. No, In My Box is all around the country. September. Oh wait, I don't know when this is going live. Anyway,
Next
soon.
week.
fun. Okay, perfect timing. Sydney, Melbourne. I'm doing all the fringes. All Perth, Adelaide. Everywhere. And then
Yep.
next year, all the comedy festivals.
Great.
So
I'm
Hell
going.
yes.
yeah, and In My Box podcast. It's
Yeah.
just In
Great
My Box.
podcast.
You do that with Shad Wiggle. We've mentioned him a number of times. He's been on the show before. We had him on the show. I can't even remember when, but he is such a good guy. I love that you guys have found each other. That's beautiful.
Man, the podcast, the chemistry between the two is really good.
He's such a
because
good
he's a
guy.
little like he's asking questions that I'd be like, excuse me, I've got a question here. And
Yeah.
like, it's a really good it's a really good balance. I really enjoyed the podcast. And on Instagram at Carly Electric, is that correct?
That's it.
Cool. Guys, if you're not already on the Patreon, make sure you jump on board for heaps of bonus content. Until next time, we'll see you soon. Thank you. I've been fired from a lot of places. I've been fired from so many places.
I went into the class one day, real bullets.
Kill me.